Hello. As I'm not a medical doctor or professional in the field, please don't take any of this information for any medical advice. Don't use this information during emergencies for your physical health and for your mental health. This video is just to help expand your thinking patterns. I'm just speaking from what my truth feels like, but you can take this knowledge however you feel. Please enjoy this video, and I hope you take something beneficial out of it. Thank you. Enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. For this video, we're going to talk about the importance of becoming the observer. So, when you just observe things, you know that the past and the future are just illusions, and that those times don't exist. The only time that does exist is the present moment. With the present moment, as you observe it, you realize that the illusion of the conditioned mind. You become open and aware of what is happening around you and within you. With observation, you become aware of the conditioned mind. As we live our human experiences, we become conditioned, thus creating your biases and opinions. When you are more aware, you are not attached to things, the time frames of the past and the future. You're in the current moment. When you're detached from memories or things, you don't suffer. You just in the present moment, and you just focus on the here and the now. What I mean by observation is don't judge anything or manipulate anything. When you have a thought process and emotion, let it flow through you. It's like you're a river. Don't let anything stop. Maybe understand what you're feeling and what you're thinking. Understand it, but don't manipulate it or judge it. Just let it flow through you. Don't have any attachments. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. This is like a freeing feeling, as you, lack of better terms, don't care of what you do, because as you don't hold on to it, you just let it flow through you. You understand it, okay, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, don't hang on to it. When I say that you feeling like you don't care in the present moment, I mean that it doesn't affect you or impact you. It's not like you're a psycho or that you're narcissistic and that you just don't care. You just don't suffer from them. You don't hang on to that feeling. You don't hang on to that thought process. You just let it flow through you. As you are still, you're always unconditional love and peace, you're going to feel that more than ever when you just observe things. You're not hanging on to anything. You just feel internally peaceful and love. So you're not suffering, and the feelings you get and the thoughts you get does not impact you. When observing, observe what you're feeling inside and of the events that are happening externally, outside of you, such as your surroundings, and then just kind of observe what's happening. If you're around people, what are they doing? If you're in nature, how is the system of nature is happening? With observation, you also separate yourself from the ego, which is in you but not part of you. The ego is all that feelings that negatively affect you, such as doubt, guilt, shame, all those emotions that tries to convince you that is you, but it is not you. The ego is separate from you. With observation, you will become aware that you are separate from the ego, and you can fight back with it with this observation. As you become aware that the ego is not you, that you're separate from the ego, you become aware of your true self, which is unconditional love, inner stillness, and peace. A great way to help separate yourself and to become the observer is meditation. I always like to bring up meditation as a great way to focus on your inner being and just to slow down the mind, quiet the noise, as when you're just constantly thinking, you're not observing. Observing makes your mind quiet. You don't have that clutter. But in the everyday world, it's hard to keep quiet as you're on the go, or if you're busy with the human mind. With observation, you can slow things down. Meditation is a great tool to help slow things down, focus on the breathing and only the breathing, and help be in tuned and be aware of what you're feeling inside and of the environments surrounding you outside. So with observation, you're aware of the conditioned mind. When you're aware of the conditioned mind, you're not under the influence, the illusion of the conditioned mind. You see around it. You're not in tunnel vision, you're around the tunnel vision. You see everything in the reality of everything, which is a freeing feeling, as you're not in just some singular path. You see all different paths. You see everything. Your mind is completely open. as you're aware of like the conditioned mind as well, you're also feeling your unconditional peace and love. As you're feeling this peace and love, you don't feel judgment, you just feel unconditional peace and love. Let's say you see someone and they are giving you like attitude, let's say. You don't see that attitude, you don't identify that person with this attitude. You just feel peace and unconditional love towards this person and recognize that that's not that person talking, it is the ego talking, speaking this attitude behavior. So you like separate not only yourself, but you separate people and their egos. And then you just feel unconditional love and peace for everything and for everyone. I hope this video helped you understand the observing mind and the benefits of just being the observer and like letting things go. I'm hoping that this helps you become aware of how to practice this through meditation, and that you just carry on and just feel good about everything internally and externally. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.